Okay, Klara, off-court review coming to you from Germany, South Hanover, right here. Now, off-court review meaning going over some of the things mentioned on the technical tape. I haven't seen the notes yet, and just keep in mind, watch it, take a few notes, few bullet points, send them to me. Good idea to print them, keep them in the bag so you have something to focus on as you go out and practice. Now, starting with the forehand volley. Again, forehand volley, lots of good things. Same idea there will be for the backhand volley. You want to keep the racket face aligned to the target, aligned to the ball as long as possible, before the hit and after the hit. Okay. Sometimes you do open up slightly the racket face and then you have to realign it. Not as much as on the backhand volley. On the backhand side is quite a bit more evident. So again, forehand volley, I think it's really solid. I said that too during the technical tape. You could and you should use it more. Okay, you need to trust your volleys. You need to trust the fact that you have, you practice your volleys. You have a good arm action on the smash. Of course, there is things to improve, but again, every time you play, take chances to go forward and finish the point up at the net, because it's gonna save up a lot of energy throughout the match and a lot of, of course, looking forward to getting better in general. On the backhand side, okay, two-handed backhand volley. We have, when you go back and you see it in the technical tape, you're kind of hitting like a swing volley. You don't want to swing. You don't want to, have to open the racket face and then realign it and then close it and then, you want to keep it simple. You want to turn, side view, you want to turn, you want to keep the head of the racket parallel to the ground as much as possible. Okay, of course, as you do it in speed, there is going to be some degrees in which it's going to open, but in your mind, try to keep it as much as you can vertical, and remember that the source of power on the volleys are the body momentum moving forward and the speed of the incoming ball, right? So there is not much of swinging, it's more like you stepping forward and the arms standing still. Now for the ground strokes, the head of the racket needs to stay higher longer on both sides, okay? On the forehand side, which is your strong shot, okay, it's your weapon. Two main things. It's starting to rain, but anyway, two main things. You want to keep the head of the racket above the wrist as long as possible, okay? As you turn, you do turn in the right way. The problem is, when you get here, the racket head gets down here, and then you start the swing with the racket kind of pointing to the fence. So you want to really break the swing in two parts. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, you don't want to stop with the tip of the racket pointing back, because then you're gonna have kind of this pulling action. And as I explained in the technical tape, when you go pulling action, it's a line, it's moving, not toward the target, it's moving like a merry-go-round instead of going out toward the target as long as possible. So again, keep that in mind. You want the head of the racket up, is going to help the racket free fall. You want the contact point as much as possible. I know myself, I tend to hit the ball way too high, especially in competition, but again, we need to strive, You want to chase perfection, and in doing that, you're gonna catch excellence, okay? So again, you want to get way below the ball, you want to get down to the knee in speed, okay? When you do it in control, you kind of stop here, and then you go again. So you wanna go from here in speed, but get used to get way down, like try to get like 20 centimeters, like half a meter below the ball, and then have the contact being here, no higher than here, okay? Sometimes I'm feeding you balls like 5 kilometers an hour and you're hitting the ball up here. Very important, like trying to get the contact point between the hips and the shoulder. You don't want to get it too high, but to generate topspin, you want to have the head of the racket free falling below the ball. But again, it's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen if you keep the head of the racket higher longer. Then you let it free fall, then it's gonna get more topspin, period. Same thing on the backhand, okay? You see your backhand, you turn, you change the grip. Sometimes you might forget, but most times you change it, okay? which is great. Start here. Actually, you go low, okay, on the backhand. Sometimes from here, you go low, and then you go up again. You don't need to, right? Ready position, belly button level. If you just turn, it's gonna help you with gravity. It's gonna help you with the racket free falling down. So, right, ready position, uni-turn, up here, and then let it free fall. As you can see, like as I turn up here, the head of the racket is up. It's the same as the ready position. Ready position, uni-turn, head of the racket is up, hands belly button level. Worst case scenario, get them a little bit above belly button level, but don't do the Medvedev, okay? Don't do the reset swing right from here, going downwards and then coming up again. You want to go straight up, boom, right? And then from here, head of the racket up, same idea, let it free fall. Keeping the balance, keeping the balance, keeping the balance, okay? You want to drive from both legs. You want to have, possibly at contact, both legs on the ground, okay? Sometimes you're flying with this one, and you're hitting only of this move with the head pulling this way. So again, practice balance, practice slow, practice in control, progressively accelerate, okay? Use the wall, use the ball machine, use a practice partner, but again, it starts from here. It starts breaking the movement in two, so really count. If it's really useful exercise with the wall, counting, with 2 bounces, waiting, and when it bounces, and you go bounce, hit, bounce, hit, in balance, but again, letting the racket free fall, getting way below the ball, hitting with toe spin, okay? You need more spin on those ground strokes, okay? It's getting better, but if you manage to be a little bit more consistent, do them in the sky's the limit, okay? Now, on the overhead, sun was in your eyes on the in the technical tape, but again, some things don't matter with the sun. It's like, even though you have the sun in your eyes, you still want to keep your left arm up as high as possible, as long as possible, okay? You don't want to let it collapse, right? You don't want to open up too much. You want to keep the palm of the racket down, and you want to stay up in balance with the eyes up at the head. Serve. Besides some nuances of like bending down and doing the Sam Groth, which, hey, good for him. Do you know Sam Groth? You should check him out. Fastest serve in the history of tennis so far. But beside that, the timing, okay? So you want to be, as you know, I like that you have a short toss. I like that you have a quick timing. Arm action is clean, really clean, okay? Possibly, I mean, there is not so many girls with that clean of an arm action, Klara. So just you should take it as a badge of honor. It's like I've always been a palm downer, and it's like I can make you go fast. But the thing is, you don't wanna be down here with the legs about to push, having the racket down here, and the left arm down here, right? So sometimes you get in this position when you're about to push, the racket is in the backpack, the left arm is down. No, okay? I'm not telling you to stop. I'm just saying that at the 3, okay? At the 3, you want to have your racket up here, okay? Not behind you. Don't let it leak, leak in the in the backpack, okay? So from there, keep it to the side, and you want to go in, tot, right, via, okay? But again, trying to make a break is gonna really help you with consistency. It's gonna help you gaining some racket head speed. Also on the second serves, okay, watch out. I see you playing tournaments, and it's like the first serve goes like a bazooka. If it goes in, it's great. The second serve is like, you still want to hit it, you still want to go fast, but the thing is, like, to go fast you need timing, you need that consistency, that 3, 4, okay? So again, really focus. Maybe you can even start the warm-up, okay? Try to take a couple of serves, get the salute position like a smash, and just practice from there, and again, I'll explain you with practice. But if you come on 3 to 4 from August, I can show you some exercises to work on that. But again, start from here, toss the ball, keep it there as long as possible, and then you go 3, 4, 3, 4, trying to gain as much racket head speed as possible on the serve. Was that it? Oh, the one-handed backhand volley, I forgot. Anyway, same idea. You want to keep the chicken wing, okay? On both sides, but especially on the one-handed backhand volley, you want to keep the chicken wing up, racket face vertical, okay? If you let the elbow collapse, the racket face is gonna open, and it's gonna go down. Okay, so you want to keep it upwards and drive forward. You want to finish with the head of the racket above the wrist. You don't want to let it go, you don't want the racket to collapse downwards. Same with the thing is, like when you hit the slice, it's a slice, it's not an underspin. Okay, so you're hitting the slice, you're here, the grip is what it is, and then it's like this is how you finish. So guess what, the ball is gonna have a lot of side spin. Okay, so again, you want to get the shape. Again, that's a different shot, right? If you want to go side spin, the ball is gonna spin this way, it's gonna go slow, and it's gonna float, which is great. Okay, you can use this sometimes, but if you want to make an underspin approach shot, this kind of shot is not ideal because the ball is gonna go slow. If you really want to drive it, okay, again, get a good good backing grip between 1 and 2, keep the left elbow up, and then drive it. Okay, like the follow through at the end, remember it, you do it looking at yourself in the mirror. You can also do it with the karaoke step, is the archway up here. Okay, that you can walk underneath. You don't want to finish down here or to the side, right? So as much as you can practice, it's different shots. Okay, you can use it in different ways, the side spin shot, the underspin shot, but you need to have the tools in the tool bag, right, so that you can use them for now, for the future. Okay, it's just gotta love the process. See you, have a nice summer if you see it recently or soon.